Hello everyone, this is Julian from the 70s channel T-Rex and Bowie, and in this video today I've decided to rank the Sweet LPs, the albums with the original Sweet members. So that's Brian Conley, Mick Tucker, Steve Priest and Andy Scott. They made 6 albums together. I'm going to rank the albums from 6 to 1. So this is a ranking of the original members, not with Andy with Mick, or Andy with Steve, or Brian with Steve. No, the 4 together. That's Brian Conley, Mick Tucker, Andy Scott and Steve Priest. So, okay, so let's get the show going. And coming in at number 6 is the 1977 album, and that is Off the Record. By the way, before I start, all these albums are fantastic albums. They're all masterpieces. They're all, it's very difficult. I had the same problem when I ranked T-Rex albums. It's very difficult to rank these albums because they all have tremendous tracks. But I've had a long think about it, and this is how I feel. You know, these lists can change actually in what mood you feel in on the particular day. I mean, this album here, Off the Record, I once had it as one of the best albums the Sweet ever did, but it's coming in at number 6 on this list. By the way, I'd like you to put your list down in the comments section. What is your favorite? Well, here we go with this video. This is Off the Record, as I said, from 1977, and I've got it ranked at number 6 in the list. You have to have one at the bottom and one at the top. So number 6, and I'll tell you why. So here's the track listing. I'll give you my 3 favorite songs. So here we go. It opens up with Fever of Love. Fantastic song. Los Angels, really classic. I love Los Angels. Midnight to Daylight's a good song. Windy City, absolutely brilliant. You got Brian on top form on Laura Lee singing a beautiful ballad. It's absolutely a really good song. So this is an absolutely amazing album. It really sort of like rocks along. You got Windy City there, real rocker. Live for Today, another real rocker. But my 3 favorite songs are Fever of Love, Los Angels and Windy City. But it's number 6 in my list today. Okay, so coming in at number 5 on this Sweet ranking, top 6 with the original members in the band. That's Brian Conley, Steve Priest, Mick Tucker and Andy Scott. The original Sweet lineup. And at number 5 is the 1974 LP and Sweet Fanny Adams. Here's the track listing on this. I think it's an amazing album. It starts off a real blistering pace. On this one. Set Me Free is really bordering on Iron Maiden, sort of Led Zeppelin type, really fast. But I think the players in this band are better than the band. They're better than Led Zeppelin and they're better than Iron Maiden to me. No one sings quite like Brian. No one plays the drums like Mick Tucker. Mick Tucker's one of the best drummers of all time. A tremendous drummer, rated very highly by Mark Bolan. Mark talked about Mick Tucker. Also, Slade, Jimmy Lee made reference to Mick Tucker as being an absolutely sensational drummer. He is a real top-class drum, really thumps them out on Set Me Free. Andy's one of the best guitarists of all time, a great guitarist. I mean, the players in this band, you can hear the bass coming in from Steve, and they got one of the best vocalists of the 70s. charismatic Brian Conley, and he really goes to town on some of these tracks. Set Me Free is a blistering pace. It's a real fast track. It's a classic sweet. Heartbreak Today is unbelievable. Rebel Rouser, I'd like it to be a little bit longer. It sort of fades away. It's too short for me. Restless is a good song. Into the Night, AC/DC, cracking album. This a real cracking album. My three favorite tracks on the album are Set Me Free, Heartbreak Today, and Into the Night. I love Into the Night, but this album is coming in at number 5 out of the 6. Hi, this is Julian from the 70s channel, and this is my Sweet ranking of the 6 albums made by the Sweet, with the original members Brian Conley, Steve Priest, Mick Tucker, and Andy Scott. So at number 4 is the other album from 1974, and that's Desolation Boulevard. I love this cover on Desolation Boulevard. It's really great. I saw a video the other day, a guy on YouTube, he was doing a video of the albums made a lot on this strip in California, Los Angeles, on the Sunset Strip. You had Michael Jackson made an album on there with took photograph on one of his albums. I'm not sure which one it was. It might have been Off the Wall. The Carpenters also done one of their albums with a picture. But you see this, if I point here, you see this liquor store here? I was surprised to see this is still going. I mean, this was 74. We're talking 50 years, this album. But this liquor store along the Sunset Strip is still there after 50 years. Amazing. To the track listing here, and why I've got this album higher than Sweet Fanny Adams and Off the Record, Desolation Boulevard. I've got this album higher. It's regarded by a lot of Sweet fans as probably their best album, but I've got it at number 4 today. It's got great tracks. The 16s does it for me. I think the 16s is the track. It's the track that I remember so much in 1974. I said to myself, wow, this is a bit different from Teenage Rampage and the Borum Blitz. This has still got that sweet sound, but you know, this is a cracking record. I think as a single, it should have done a lot higher than it did. I think it's a great song, the 16s. It's a really cracking song. One of, I think, Brian's favorite song. I love the 16s. Solid Gold Brass, I think, is an absolute cracking song. I really love that one. Turn It Down. Great crunching guitar riffs from Andy on that one. Fantastic drumming by Mick on Turn It Down. Really great track. Medusa, what a track that is. I love Medusa. Absolutely adore that. It's one of the top tracks for me on this album, Medusa. Lady Starlight's a good track. Fox on the Run. I prefer the single version, but Fox on the Run, it's just some of the songs are really good here. Breakdown is a cracking track, and they do a great version of The Who's My Generation. My 3 favorite tracks on this album has to be the 16s and Solid Gold Brass and Medusa. You say, Julian, why didn't you pick Fox on the Run? I do love Fox on the Run. That's probably my 4th favorite, but I think it's really good track. But I do prefer the what they did with it when they went away and redone it, the single version, better. Okay, coming in at number 3 is Give Us a Wink. And I got this album higher than Sweet Fanny Adams and Desolation Boulevard and Off the Record. Fantastic album, this. Recorded in Munich. Also, some tracks were recorded in London. So I have Give Us a Wink at number 3 out of the 6. And it kicks off with Lies in Your Eyes. Really good track. Love Lies in Your Eyes. Cockroach is another good song. Keep It In. I like 4th of July. Fantastic song, 4th of July. Really good. Yesterday's Rain, Action. Although I have to be honest, I don't like what they did to Action on this. I prefer the single. I don't like the synthesizers on Action at the beginning. I prefer the original single on Action, how it came out. The single is just go straight in with guitars. There's no synthesizers. Andy seems to think that the synthesizers adds to Action, but I'm sorry, Andy, I don't agree with you. I prefer the original Action single, which came out in a single, straight in guitaring, is a lot better for me. It's just how we see it. Is everyone sees a song different to other people. It's still a good song, but I prefer the single. Yesterday's Rain's great. White Mice, I think, is the best song on the album. So I'll give you my 3 favorites on this album. I'd have to go for Lies in Your Eyes. 4th of July, I go, and White Mice, I think, are the best on this album. So Give Us a Wink, the 1976 album from The Sweet, probably their heaviest album. Fantastic album, but it's number 3 today. Okay, this is the 1978 album, and this is Level Headed. And I did read an article about Brian Conley. When they made this album, Brian said that this was probably his happiest that he'd been for a while. He was very happy with this album. I think it goes back to some of the old days on this album. I think after 4 blistering heavy albums, the Sweet, were they borrowing, sort of like, I can't really say, but if you ate the same food every day, say if you had yogurt every single day, you'd get sick of yogurt. And I think this is where Brian was. He said to the lads, listen, lads, we can't keep doing the same album. We've had 4 heavy albums, and to be honest, the sales were poor. They were poor on some of them albums, and when the Sweet returned to their glam rock days, they had more success. And Love Is Like Oxygen is really returning back to the old days. When you buy a greatest hits of the Sweet, Love Is Like Oxygen sounds like it was in 1973. It's got that Borum Blitz feel, that Hellraiser feel, that Teenage Rampage feel. And when the Sweet, the guys in the studio said, I think you should redo Fox on the Run. When they went away and done Fox on the Run and turned it more into a glam feel, they had more success. And I think when they went back to that glam period, they had more success, sales-wise. I know Give Us a Wink and Off the Record, Desolation Boulevard, Sweet Fanny Adams, they have a lot of the Sweet favorites on there. I think they're good concert records, but at the end of the day, it's about making money, really. You can't have album after album, or you can't have cheese on toast or cheese on toast and cheese on toast and cheese on toast every day. You'd get sick of it. And I think that's where Brian was. He turned to the lads and say, hey lads, we've had 4 really heavy albums, are we turning into Iron Maiden, or are we turning into a Led Zeppelin? These albums have done poorly, really, in sales terms. I know they're great with fans, but as I said, it's all about making money. And when they went back to their old days, like Love Is Like Oxygen, this is going back to their old days. Love Is Like Oxygen sits very well with the Borum Blitz and Teenage Rampage and Hellraiser and Blockbuster. You would think that Love Is Like Oxygen is made in them days. It sits very well with it. When you put like tracks like Los Angels and White Mice in the same breath as Borum Blitz and Hellraiser, you know it's completely different. But Love Is Like Oxygen is a real return back to the old days. And it's like Fox on the Run when they went away and redone it. They returned back to the old days with Fox on the Run because the album version is quite heavy, but the single version, it's more returning back to the glam days. That's why Fox on the Run is a great sweet favorite, because it's bordering on the old days. It's got glam in it, and they had more success when they returned back to the glam days. They had more success chart wise and sales wise and money wise, because that's what it's all about. It's making money. So I've got this album at number 2. And as I said, Brian was very much more happy with this album. I listened to an interview and he was really, really happy. He said that he remembered some of the best days was making this album. It's a cracking album. It kicks off with Dream On, and it's got the fantastic Love Is Like Oxygen. The long version is really good. And the bonus, when you get the bonus track, you get the single version, but the Love Is Like Oxygen, really fantastic song, one of their best songs ever. Dream On, great song. I love Californian Nights. Strong Love, I love Strong Love. Strong Love is really, really beautiful track. Fountain is out of the top drawer. Anthem number 1, Lady of the Lake, absolutely adore that track. Silverbird, what a track that is. Beautiful track from the Sweet. As you can see, this album is completely different from the last 4. Letters d'Amour, another fantastic song from the Sweet. Anthem number 2, Air on Tape Loop. Definitely a very underrated album. I love that Strong Love. Strong Love, what a track that is. Fountain is out of the top drawer, really good track. And so this album is an absolute fantastic album, and it gets my number 2. Okay, my number 1 album is Funny How Sweet Coco Can Be, their very first album. And I think it's got some of Brian Conley's best vocals on here, and also the rest of the band as well. It's got some great guitar work from Andy as well. Brilliant drumming from Mick. To me, this is a feel-good album, a real feel-good factor. I get goosebumps all over me on some of these songs. Coco is so catchy. It's unbelievable. I love Brian's build up to the chorus. It's got a tremendous chorus on it. It's so catchy. And the way Brian sings it is absolutely beautiful. Chop Chop, I think Brian is singing through a phaser on that one. It's absolutely unbelievable vocal from Brian. Reflections, what a song this is. I think this is better than the original done by the Supremes. One of Brian's best vocal performances. A real goosebump feel. It sends chills down me. You know, if I want to listen to an album, I want to feel good. You know, I don't want to listen to an album where, oh, I like that track and I don't like this one and I like that track and there's only 3 tracks I like on it. I like an album to really get to me, and these songs are so catchy. They're so awesome. There's some gems in here. Some of the Sweet's best songs are here. This is fantastic stuff. Honeysuckle Love, another catchy tune. Santa Monica Sunshine, Goosebumps Time, sends chills on me. What a vocal from Brian on Daydream. Absolutely fantastic vocal for Daydream. Funny is always one of my favorites. A fantastic song from the Sweet. It hit the charts, that one. Coco got to number 2. A Tom turnaround. I think that's better than the original version from New World. A great vocal delivery from Brian on that. Genie, what a gem that is. Genie's a real gem, absolute gem from the Sweet. Great guitaring from Andy on the acoustic guitar work there from Andy. A good bit of drumming from Mick as well on that one. Great bass line. Sunny Sleeps Late. Oh, what another chill factor. Goosebumps time. Spotlight. What a great guitar work from Andy on this one. Spotlight is absolutely fantastic. Great drumming from Mick, and brilliant vocal from Brian. Spotlight is so underrated. What a great tune that is. Done Me Wrong All Right, another cracking tune. And Be With You Soon is the bonus track. So I like every single track on this album. It just sends chills down me. I can sing along to it. And today I give this album the number 1. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know what your top 6 is in the comments. Put your top 6 down, and I'll be interested to see what your top 6 is. There's my top 6. My top 6 ranking Sweet albums with the original members. There it is, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to press the like button. Press the like, subscribe to the channel. And I'll catch you later for another video. And thanks very much for watching. Take care.